I have 3 children. One is 3.5, one is 1, and one is not yet born. But I think about their future, and I think about how important it is to lay the foundation for a bright future for them, where they understand the value of family, the definition of marriage, and the importance of life.
At the age of 16, I found myself in an unplanned pregnancy. At the age of 17, I made the decision to have an abortion. I didn't know at the time, because of my fear and the lack of resources that were around me, how that decision was going to affect the rest of my life.
This past January, our entire high school went to Washington, D.C. to participate in the March for Life. And we actually got to carry the lead banner, and I myself spoke at the March for Life rally beforehand.
As a busy wife and mom, I know I can't always find the time to write the letters, be at the Capitol, or stay on top of all of the issues that can and do affect our lives. I'm so thankful that we have an organization I can totally trust that stands for and protects our values.
And I feel like our freedoms are being attacked, and the family is under attack, and our faith is under attack. And you know, it seems like a lot of people would have the church just stay in the church building and just talk to each other, not have an effect on public policy or on our world. And I think God is calling us to speak out and to be an influence for good in our government. And what better way than through NDFA to join hands with them.
Family is the literal foundation which has sustained mankind for thousands of years. A strong family is the surest path to healthy and well-adjusted children. If we allow for the erosion of the family, the next generation will have nothing upon which to build their future. North Dakota is among few states which can turn the tide on this matter. That's why I think it's important to get involved, to contact our legislators and elected officials, and to tell them that you want them to stand up for marriage.
I want to charge you with the responsibility for letting us know what's on your mind. If you don't want to seek office yourself, there's no reason in the world why you shouldn't try to have an influence on those who are in public life. At the end of the day, the policy of our state can only be as good as it reflects back on the people that we serve. And so make sure that you're heard.
Tom and the team at North Dakota Family Alliance have been a great support for family, for those of us who are working in pro-life areas in North Dakota. We really work together as a team trying to make North Dakota the first abortion-free state in the Union.
We truly would be setting an example for the rest of the United States in how important this culture of life is, and how important and how just much a gift life is. And so as youth, I believe it is our job to show our support and to just support a culture of life.
You know, one thing that NDFA has blessed pastors in our state is they've gathered together pastors at various times, specifically in Bismarck, at the Capitol, and kind of taught us how to relate to the legislators and how to speak to issues. And this last one, they brought in a guy named Wayne Grudem, and he wrote this big fat book on politics, a biblical point of view, and Wayne was awesome. And I so appreciated that NDFA would minister to the preachers and help train preachers to be good voices in the public square.
It is important that we as a state continue to make the right policy choices going forward, so that 50 years from now, 100 years from now, they look back on this time, at this period of extraordinary prosperity and extraordinary opportunity for the state of North Dakota, and say that we chose well. We continue to put together the foundation to ensure that the next generations have the opportunity and the blessings that we have now.
I don't know of any organization that covers more areas than NDFA. You know, you think of, our faith, our families, and our freedom. You know, what could be more important than that? Ezekiel 33 comes to my mind, where Israel is told to put watchmen on the wall, and when they would see the enemy coming, they were supposed to blow a trumpet. I think of NDFA as a watchman on the wall, and they've seen enemies coming against faith and family and freedom, and they're blowing the trumpet.
North Dakota Family Alliance is doing the work that many of us simply don't have time to do. They are going to bat on our behalf, and without your financial support, it will be harder for them to be effective advocates.
I would encourage people to support North Dakota Family Alliance because they are the boots on the ground. They really work hard for life matters. Not everybody has the time to do that, but we do have resources. As a woman who has had an abortion, I can't say how important it is to have people out there fighting for life, speaking truth into the lives of women out there that are scared, that don't know what to do.
And I believe NDFA, they're on the wall, and they're blowing the trumpet. They see the enemy coming, you know, against faith, against family, against freedom, and they're blowing the trumpet, and they're saying, church, come on and join us. Had
there been resources like North Dakota Family Alliance available to me 20 years ago, and when I was facing my choice at the time, I know that I wouldn't have made the decision that I made. I was lost and scared, and there were not resources available to me that spoke life into my situation. And I'm so thankful for what North Dakota Family Alliance is doing today.
It is most definitely a student issue. These are for us who have even just younger brothers and sisters, these could be their classmates. These are just as much as our friends or our brothers and sisters as it is an adult issue. It is very important that we stay involved because soon enough we'll be the adults. And we'll be the ones who have to pay for the consequences.
Being pregnant punctuates the importance of the work that North Dakota Family Alliance does.
And this is what NDFA is blowing the trumpet about. You know, an infringement upon our freedom. We have what we call freedom of speech in the United States of America. And when you try to censor what's going on in the church, you know, the government needs to get out of the church, and we need to influence the government for good. And that's what NDFA promotes.
I want to compliment Family Alliance, and I want to thank the people who support the North Dakota Family Alliance. Again, not because there's always going to be 100% agreement on the issues that the organization has identified, but I have a clear recognition that I want to be on the side of people who uphold and revere and respect the benefits that come from cohesive, strong family units. And so thanks to North Dakota Family Alliance, and thanks to all of you who do so much to support their work.
You know, and if you're somebody that stands for faith and for family and for freedom, you know, it's time to put our money where our mouth is. Jesus said, where your heart is, that's where your treasure is. So where's your heart?